Ahoy hoy everybody, Hibby here from Hibby's Homestead, and today I wanted to take you through a cleaning video of the Sig Saur P938. Pretty awesome Father's Day present, so let's go ahead and unload it. This is my my primary carry option, so I always carry it locked and loaded. Dovetail safety on the back there, that's a really nice feature. Now they say when you disarm a firearm like this that you shouldn't try to catch the bullet in your palm, because for some odd reason if this got tinged or something on the way out of the chamber that it could actually fire in your palm. So if you're catching the round in your palm like this and then catching it in your palm, then you have a possibility of that round firing while it's in your palm if something were to strike the back of it on its way out of the chamber. I've never had it happen to me before, but stranger things have happened, so just safety first, you know. Always take that precaution. So this is a Sig Saur P938. I'll run through a little bit of the things about it that I like. Everything. I love this pistol. I carry it everywhere with me, and as a result of that, it is filthy right now. I've took it to the beach, and so it's got some sand in there, all kinds of stuff. The only thing that I would say that if Sig Saur were to want to improve on this next time they make this model would be the trigger here on the very bottom. See how it's got that little bit of a nip there? If they were to get that flat against the bottom of this rail, the trigger guard there, that would be phenomenal, because I don't quite like how it's got that little bit of a lip on it. But I never notice it when I'm firing. Never noticed it once. Just an aesthetics thing. Aesthetics. It would just look a little better if it was down there. But other than that, I mean, I got this pistol for 600 bucks. And it's a steal. Look how thin it is. I love how thin it is. Single stack. Trillium light, sights. Those things glow in the dark real good. Actually, let me see. Oh, it's not dark enough yet. But yeah, they glow really, really good. So great for nighttime. I love the grip here. It's got this this wood checker, which really grips in your hand. The reason I really like this pistol so much is when I'm firing it, it's actually fun to shoot. Even though it's such a small pistol, the weight distribution on it is just phenomenal. So when you're firing it, it doesn't quite have that rip out of your palm kick to it. You know, you can really get back on target real quick because it just shoots straight, and it doesn't climb as you shoot it as much. Even though it's got the small profile here without the extended clip, it comes with two clips. It's got the extended magazine also that sticks out a little further. If you shoot it with this here, it's just as good. This seemed like the most logical style of safety for me, because as you're drawing the pistol out of your holster, it's not very natural to want to flick up as you're drawing the pistol out. That's going to take a lot of practice and repetition to get that to be a natural feel. But the dovetail is nice because as you're drawing out, it is natural, however, to flick down before you fire. I can draw it and fire it way faster than some of my other pistols. I'll show you one of my other ones. Okay, so this is my my Ruger, and this has the other style of safety where you see you have to flick the safety up rather than down. As you can see, it's quite a stretch to get that to flick it up. So if you're drawing this in a panic and you're trying to flick that up as you're drawing it, it's going to be pretty hard to do in a panic situation. Whereas this pistol here, to flick the safety down, it's just nothing, and it's just so close to your thumb. It's right there at your thumb. It's just nothing to flick that down. Honestly, I would carry this pistol with the safety off, since it has such a hard trigger pull, to cock that hammer back and make it single action. You gotta line it up with that little dot right there. You can see it there on the slide. Has a little indentation, and you slide it back till it lines up. Right there, you can see that little silver piece. Then you just gotta push out the pin like that, and then slide it forward, and it comes off. Another reason I really like this pistol is you turn this thing over, and for it being a 9mm, it's got a lot of volume in there. I mean, it's got a pretty wide groove there for a lot of material to back up into, and it's just milled out really well, so that even if you do get a lot of junk in there, it's not going to get in the way of this thing firing. And this pistol has been extremely reliable for me, even though it's a single action pistol. You push this forward and try not to get that spring to launch across the room. It's a long spring on this one. Okay, so in order to clean this thing, I've been trying a new technique recently that's been working out great for me. I just get a little Tupperware container, and I've been using this Winchester gun cleaner. Now when I'm using this stuff, I always wear eye protection because I don't want to get any of this junk in my eyes. So I put on my safety glasses, and I'm going to go pretty crazy with it. And on my little parts and pieces and my springities. So those pieces I let sit in my Tupperware container with the cleaner on it. I can get pretty liberal with this stuff. It's pretty cheap. You can really get it in there and get that crud out. Set that aside for a while. With this piece here, I'll just do a little quick couple squirts. I don't get too crazy with it because it's kind of hard to clean. And I got my nylon brushes set, you know. And I'll just take my nylon brushes to it. Get all that junk out of there. It's nice because you can get this up inside the mag here. Inside the body to scrape pretty good and everything nice and clean. So like they say, I want to run this through a few times and clean the barrel out. Again, I'll put the rammer on there and run a few swabs through. Any of that excess stuff off the inside there. I'll just run that through until I get some that's pretty clean. That last set there, I didn't have much on it, so maybe one more for good measure. So now let's use a paper towel and I'll wipe up the excess gun cleaner. Okay, so you don't need a whole lot of oil when you oil it up. I just look for any shiny spots, and you see that there's some shiny spots right there, and another spot right there on the lower receiver. So I'll just put a dab on each of those, and there's a little bit on the back here. I'll just put a little dab on the back. Not very much at all. You don't need very much on this pistol at all. There we go. Sits back in there like that. Sometimes it's helpful when you're putting pistols together, or anything for that matter, just to take some pictures of it before you take it apart with your cell phone, and then you have something to reference when you put it back together again. But that's pretty simple. You got your barrel and this little silver ejector hook which kicks the rounds out. You gotta push that down before you run the slide back. It's pretty simple. And then you gotta see that hole right there. You have to make sure your safety's off, your hammer's down. So hammer down, safety off. And you're gonna run this through that hole with the slide set up normal. And you gotta get that pin in. There you go, like that. Sometimes it takes a little bit of wiggling on the slide. Get that pin in right there. Then you see the little lip in the slide there. You gotta match that up with the catcher on the pin. So then you run that back to about there. Just roll that forward, then push it in. And now you're ready to rock and roll. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Never scared, always prepared. God bless.